And we're live. G'day there, ladies and ladies. Welcome back to our Elite Redux Let's Play. One sec. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, so welcome back to our Elite Redux Nature's Madness run. We've made our way to Falber Town, or Fall Harbour? I think it's Falber. Anyway, we made it here. We're gonna head south towards the Professor, or I think it's Professor. Anyway, the Cosmic guy, and then we can probably do finally today, so let's see how we go. I guess I'm still a bit scatterbrained. Still waking up, I guess. But here's our team so far. We got Skyry, which is Brave. Brave can't evolve, which is fine. You know, it can't evolve anyway. But it also means that we can't mega evolve it, so that is something we need to be careful of. We have Joy on the ice core. Must switch out after own stat is increased, which is fine. Just means no swords units. We got Docile. Must switch out after own stat is decreased, which is fine because we have no, it's not fine. Hey Token, how's it going? Because we don't have clear body anymore, or metal body, you know, whatever it is. So that is actually a problem. We need to worry about that. Must switch out after own stat is decrease, I believe. Yeah. So I guess we need to be careful about Magnezone. If you ever get say stat decrease, we gotta switch out. So maybe we change them out. We got Diggersby, which is gentle, which is just, you know, choosing the moves, so we don't really need to worry about it in battle. Gorgeist. Debuff per enemy Pokemon on the field before damage moves, which is fine because we got Scare and Trick or Treat. And finally we got Pangoro, Bold. Has to get at least 2 KOs before being able to switch out. So quite a diverse team, but now I'm a little bit concerned about Magnezone because we can actually have its stats being reduced. So if we ever get hit by like an Intimidate, then we're gonna swap it out, you know? I'm also just realizing that I didn't actually put a link in the Small Focus Super Club, so give me 1 second, I'll do that. But, Token, I have changed one of the natures since the last time you were here to watch. So, the Careful nature was, yeah, I'm trying to multitask here. So, the Careful nature was that, you know, we can't use moves unless they would be 100% accurate, right? But, now, the rule of it is that we need to switch out if a move misses or fails from us. Okay. Right. Yeah, that way I figured, because, like, I wanted to make this able to be applied to kind of any Pokemon game as possible. So, if you're doing like a realm hack or something, right, and it's your first time playing it and you want to do a Nature's Madness for some reason, right, you don't really know if the opponent has like Sand Veil or like is holding a Bright Powder, you know. So I figured if we make it so that if it ever does miss or fails for whatever reason, then you need to switch out, which I think is fair. Let's see, so Magnezone definitely on the chopping block. Skarmory's not doing the best. We could swap out a team a bit. I am getting a bit tired of Diggersby. Pangoro is still doing good. I like Gorgeous, I like Gliscor, but Skarmory, Magnezone, Diggersby, they're on the chopping block, you know? Okay. Great. Magnezone should be good. Okay, Burn won't trigger for Docile because, like, although it's reducing our stat, it's not like a status drop, you know? We definitely lose here. Yep. And don't know. I reduced that support entry. He got Intimidate or something? 1-inch punch. Alright, I'm gonna change your ability by suit. That's pretty cool. I guess demo is alright. Wait, what kind of Pokemon can we get in the area? It's called Butter Up, and it was attack and defense and speed. That sounds pretty strong. So, Survivor, Zangoose. What? Marikarp. Okay. Shiny as well. I don't really have a chance yet. Cool. Did we get a Suskit? We probably did. Alright, well, since it is a shiny, we need to check it out. And Marikarp. Fire Fairy. Interesting. Calm. Must use all 4 moves before having free choice for the rest of the battle. I have no idea what this will do. It's a baby Gravelly? Gravelly? Is it good? Would this nature be okay with it? Having to use 4 moves before being able to fairly choose? Like, it's not the greatest nature, I guess, but is it manageable? We also got Shiny Cloth. Modest. Must be a switching target unless after Pokemon is cared. I mean, not the greatest. I'm probably gonna get rid of Cloth. I'm not really feeling it. When it evolves, it focuses on sound and dance. Ah, okay. Well, we should be able to evolve it. Fire Dragon. I almost wanted it to stay Fire Fairy. Oh, adds Fairy type and other states. Okay, so it's a Fire Dragon Fairy. 2-set. Ah. See, if we were doing a double battle mode... I don't know why I'm so sick today. If we were doing a double battle mode, this would be great. hospitality or dancer is great. Now, does festivities count for the opponent as well? So if they use a sound move, would it be a dance move instead? Special attacker, huh? So I guess we want to use like a sound move, then it becomes a dance move, which allows for a revelation dance, which will be our first type fire. Thing just applies here. Got it. That would be cool if you know, it could work for the opponent as well. Like screw up their synergies with dancer, or you know, with sound. I mean, it's not bad per se. Great is feeling that again. Now I can pre-order GTA 6 in about 24 hours. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. So, I'm not really feeling cool. No, they're both. It says and vice versa. I feel like the and vice versa means that. Well, I think that's just kind of written out as a shortcut, you know? Because otherwise it'll be like, sound moves become dance moves, and dance moves become sound moves. That's what it's trying to convey. I don't think it's actually saying both sound and dance moves become each other, you know? We could, if you're wanting to do some science, we could battle like a Whismer with soundproof. And if we use a dance move, we'll see what happens with like the soundproof, and also if we get a revolution dance. So if you want, we can do a bit of science. Otherwise, I'm not really feeling this. Okay, so we'll go on a tangent to test this out. Yeah, Raspo, we'll go to the cave with the Whismer. Oh no. Alright. I'm not caring about the rules for this battle, I just wanna get past them. If I can. Alright, Scrappy. Yeah, this isn't part of the Nature's Madness, so I'm not really caring that much about it. I just want to get to the cave, you know? Ugh. Come on, Gareth. Or Gareth. Garevely. Is it even a hard name to pronounce? So I'm not the biggest fan of it. Okay. Please, let me get to the cave. Which one did we battle last time? The North guy? Yes. Oh, hello. Neat. Alright, so if we're gonna test this, yeah, so what we want to try is using a dance move. We need a dance move that doesn't deal damage. That way we don't destroy it. Dragon Dance. So, theoretically, if we use this, it should go for... Well, no, wait, we need a damaging dance move that's just not strongest. So... or at least affects the opponent, so Teeter Dance should work. And then we also need a sound move. We can go with that. Now, let me disable... Is there any way to, like, just battle it, or do I need to, like, search around for a bit? We'll just disable repel. Oh, there we go. Alright. So, if I use Teeter Dance, what I'm thinking will happen is it will become a sound move, and then your ability, Soundproof, will make you immune to the Teeter Dance, but I will then get to trigger a 50 base power Revelation Dance. Okay, so, a couple things of note. I didn't trigger the Revelation Dance because it was immune to the first effect, so there's a good chance that if it did work, I would then be able to do the Revelation Dance, but because it was blocked, I wasn't able to. Secondly, the opponent used a sound-based move. It didn't trigger Revelation Dance, right? So it doesn't work on the opponent. So now we'll see if Disarming Voice counts as a sound move. It does. Oh. So both Teeter Dance and Disarming Voice count as a dance move, which is not how I would understand from this wording, you know? Yeah. Yeah, Token, you were right. I guess that's okay, but like, in this scenario, like, he gets a soundproof Pokemon, it's terrible. Because like, the word become, right? Sound moves become dance moves and vice versa. You would think that it just kind of swaps the category, but maybe that is intentional, but there's a bug, I don't know. But they are still considered their original, like, category of move. So a sound move is still a sound move, but it's also treated as a dance move. At least in this, like, testing, you know? Like, maybe that's an unintentional bug, or maybe it's intentional. I don't really know. But for whatever the case is, it seems that sound moves and dance moves are combined, which is interesting. I assumed it was supposed to be both festivities, dancing and singing. Yeah, I getcha. But I feel like the wording could have been like a bit different to convey that, because I read it and I figured, okay, they just kind of swap, you know? So, against, like, this Whismer, we can't do Teeter Dance or Disarming Voice against it, because it's immune to both. This guy has the life to party Pokemon. Yeah. Alright. So, need to like get a tissue as I haven't to blow my nose. Back in one sec. Alright, I'm back. 'Tis the season to be sneezing over here. Now, so I'm not really feeling cough, so see ya. And then, go furtherly. Would be great if we're doing doubles, but it's not as good, you know? I guess we should have tested if it does work for allies, but I'm not that concerned about it. Also, we can get rid of this aggron. Hold up. We'll take the aggronite. Just in case. So I'm okay to swap out my team a bit. I think Glyskor, Gorjats, and Pangoro stay, but I feel like Skarmory, Diggersby, and Magnezone can be put away for now, you know? So, I'm open to suggestions about what Pokemon we should put in. You know, any kind of type that you want to use? What'd be good? We got weakness to ice, weakness to flying. So ice and flying. Get a rock type. Rock type we could be good. Or a steel type. We are kind of low on the steel types, I guess. We do have Durant now. Modest. Must be a switching target unless other Pokemon is KO'd. So if we ever want to manually switch, we gotta switch to Durant. So what does Durant get? Huh. Compound Eyes and Hustle. That's just 40% extra damage, isn't it? Not bad. Oh, and we can entrainment, can't we? Because I know that Jane gets entrainment. So we can, I mean, it would be increasing their damage, but it'll also be reducing their accuracy, which is something. Yeah, we get entrainment. So we could put the Hustle ability onto the opponent if we needed to. Now, here's a question about Hustle. Is it all damage, or is it, like, physical? Because I know that maybe at one point it was just, like, physical attack. I think it's just all damage, right? But, like, this Durant doesn't seem too bad. All things considered. Normal moves become steel. Steel resist goes in dark. Oh. It says damage on attack, so I guess I'll... yeah. So maybe we don't want to put it on the opponent sometimes. So I can give Durant a try. I know that we're going to be battling Flannery soon. But, you know, Durant could be good. And then, Token, you got any kind of type that you want on the team? We probably need like a water type, or... let's look over our water types, eh? Ringo? Naughty. debuff any Pokemon on the field before damage moves. That's a bit rough. But we could do like Feather Dance. Not to mention it's got Drizzle, so that'd be pretty useful. Yeah, especially against Flannery, that'd be great. Alternatively, we got... what else we got around here? We do have Azurill, Jolly, and Jolly. Must switch out after own set is increased. Not bad, but it does mean we can't do Belly Drum. We also got a Basculin, Docile. Must switch out after own set is decreased. I'm not sure how much Basculin really cares about that. Or Basculation. And we also got Shellos, which I think was just quiet. No Belly Jump, Aqua Jet feels bad for Hazu. I know, right? But that's kind of the fun of the Nature's Madness. You have to try different strats. We also got Pikamuki, but I don't really consider that like a water type, you know? Because it doesn't really do damage. So... should we go with Wingull? I think we'll go with Wingull. You don't have an extra evolution. Alright. Yeah, Pellet Power. That should definitely help us against Flannery. What else should we put in? Physical. Special. So we probably need another special attacker. Or like a debilitator Pokemon, you know? Thinking like a dragon or psychic maybe. What about fairy type? Fairy type's pretty decent. Any Pokemon here? If there's anything that like sticks out to you, let me know. We do have Coughing now. Careful. Has to switch out if a move misses or fails. Grimmsnarl. Impidimp. Where's Impidimp at? There it is. Lonely. Must be the last Pokemon to be sent out. So, he can use Screams. But, like, we won't be able to send him out until all our other Pokemon have been fainted, you know? Which is kinda rough, not gonna lie. So, it can use Screams, but I don't think it would be that useful. Yeah, so we do have Coughing, if you wanted a neutralizing gas, for example. That is like the worst possible nature. It's not great for it, is it? I mean, you'd have, if you wanted to use Grimmsnarl, you would have to like use it maybe more as a, you know, attack or false surrender and stuff like that. But yeah. Has to switch out if a move misses or fails, which is fine. I'm also going to count type immunities as part of that. So if we go for a poison type move, they switch to a steel type, then we gotta swap out. You know? But neutralizing gas, poison fairy, could be pretty good. It does get it, still gets it as a glaring losing, right? Because neutralizing gas is so good. Except unsuppressible ones. Really? So, that means it stops the ability and all the innate, so is it just the ability? Because it does say completely suppresses all abilities, right? So, would that just be like this first slot? Or would that be all of them? We could probably test it out, but I don't want to do that. But I feel like coughing could be good. I want to say it's just the ability slot, not innate, but I could be wrong. I guess we'll test it out in the future. Like, there'll be some situation where it gets tested. Multi-headed, neat. That's pretty cool. But yeah, neutrons and gas play what we want. Alright, this is our new team. Should be good. Now to start them out. So Durant. I think we should go speed and attack. Sucks about the nature, but you know, what can you do? We definitely want to use as a special attacker. We don't really care about your speed because sometimes you want to be slower than the opponent's weather setter, for example. So I guess we just go like health. Nothing too wrong with health, you know. Also, terrible nature for Pelva, I want to say. Actually, we need to do a debuff move on the first turn, so we need to survive one turn, you know? So that should help. Not the greatest, but... and then you... I don't even know what we do with you. If in doubt, go health, and... we can just have you a bit defensive. You know? Do something like that. Yeah, what kind of one do we give Durant? We could go like a choice band. Help boost his attack a bit. I don't think there's anything else particularly noteworthy. We need to survive one turn in order to get a debuff off. What kind of debuffs can we get? Because if we can lower his speed, then we could potentially do something with like a weakness policy. So, evidence. I guess we can count soak. Growl. No, it's a damaging move in this game. I wouldn't really count water sport. It really is just feather dance, isn't it? Alright. So... let's just go leftovers, and then we can just give you a Black Sludge in case it gets stolen. Right, now for your moves. Is there any downside to this? 110 power, 100 accuracy. You know what? We'll take it. Yeah, without compound eyes and hustle, what would the accuracy be? Well, we can actually map it out. So, 0 point times... So I'll get my calculator. Since it's a multiplication, we can do it in any order. So, if we go 80 times 0 0.9, we get 72. Right? Then we get 72, then we're timesing by 1.3. 93.6% accurate. I think that's pretty good. You know, 96 is like fly, basically. Which is good. Okay, so we got a rock move, we got a bug move. We need a steel move. Any like accuracy moves? Stone Edge. The amount Bro pulls out the calc when I'm not sure of something, I just go, if it we will. Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. I just wanted to bring it out. See what the exact number is, you know. We don't have any inaccurate steel moves, which is a shame. Oh, we got stronger? Oh, we do. And that's Keen Edge. Yeah, so I guess we got Iron Fangs. And then any other... In case of emergency, we could go Gear Impact. Right, I think that's alright. Or should we go Thunder Fang? Hello Josh, how's it going? Can't say, just wanted to pop in and say hi. Thanks for popping in. Been a crazy night unfortunately, but love y'all. We love you too. I'll watch back later. Well, you know, I'm just saying hello for the future then. But it's that kind of team at the moment. We're in Falba Town, so we'll be doing Finery soon. You know, so we've got Pelva for later. But we did some interesting testing with the like Fire Dragon Fairy Gyarados Gravery or whatever. Anyway, so that's Durian sorted out. Now we need Pelpa. We need to do a debuff move before we can start doing attacks, so that is going to be Feather Dance. So after Feather Dance, what can we do? Just good old Hurricane. Weather Ball, yeah. Yeah, we do something like that. And then we could probably go for like a Roost. There it is. Excellent. Now for Weezing. Weezing's a bit more defensive, so what am I going to do with you? We probably need like a Toxic. That'd be great. I could always go like a Will-O-Wisp as well. But that's more likely to fail, and if we miss, then we gotta switch out. Low speed, raises special attack and switch defense. That's not bad. Confusion Chains is pretty good. Desi Bond could be funny. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hmm. We're gonna need a poison move. Super effective on water, 30% poison chance. It's not too bad. We can give it a go. Let's not chase anything with Disney Bond, eh? Alright. So that's our new team. We should be good to go. Oh no, it's a battle. Alright. Is that for both of them or just one? Looks like it's just one. So, just so I know, our nature is minus. Must be a switching target. Luckily, drone is already out, so we don't need to worry about that. So, I think we'll just go guillotine on you. You're probably like immune to grass or something, aren't you? No. Which is interesting. But we'll try Pyrath a bit. Hit on the water. Great. Well, we have to continue using guillotine, so we might go for Pyrath. That dragon could be a problem. So let's put a light seed on it. Did the body slime become like dragon type or something? Ah, it became a flying type move. We need to get rid of this Dragonite. Wait, did we get the weather off before? How do I check the... Yeah, okay. So we got the weather off before the neutralizing gas, which is cool. So we need to go for a Feather Dance. Why has it got Spark as well? Oh, is Rock Climb a charge up move? So, with Pelper's nature, naughty, debuff per and Pokemon in the field, we didn't actually trigger a debuff because it managed to dodge. So we gotta go again. But we could go for a Roost as well. I feel like we're gonna be boned. Alright, Pango, you have to destroy Tentacruel. It's super effective against water types, so that's something. Well, this isn't good. Maybe we can confuse Tentacle. Well, we can't swap out, so I guess we have to forfeit. Alright, let's not make it a double battle, eh? Okay. Okay, so now we got a, why did I go for the weather ball? Okay, so rock climb is like a charge out move. That's the downside of it. Well, this isn't good. I shot as well! Why is this thing so strong? Ugh. Battle you first. Everything goes for bloody belly drum, like ice shard or jet punch now. Alright, so jet punch, huh? Alright. What do you do against Gorgeous? A critical hit is what you do against Gorgeous. What do you do against Wheezing? Nothing. Okay, doesn't matter. These guys are so annoying. Alright. Time to destroy. I was just messing around with Durant, but now we're going to actively go for it. You gotta pull your ass too! Ugh. It's not my day, is it? Alright, now Pelva can set up for evidence. What on earth did it do? Double edge, I guess. Well, this isn't good. God, we need like just something with extra speed, you know? Like, we just got destroyed by belly drum priority. I just want to get past the fisherman, you know? Alright. Gear drain, destroyed. You're going to go for a belly drum. Of course we can't do any damage. Then you're gonna go for Ice Shard, aren't you? Yep. We survive at least. What do you do against Giant? Not much, right? Okay. Okay. If we could not be confused, that'd be great. Alright. This is not good. Your ability paralyzed me as well. Oh, because you made me into a water type, then you paralyzed me, I think. Also, I just shot you the other way. We're still at speed. Maybe we don't. Okay, now for you. No Belgium for you. You're gonna go for Dragon Dance. Ugh. Dragon Dance is not helpful here. I kind of want to save Gorgeous for later, so... We go Wheezing. Oh, you went for Body Slam, okay. Okay. Yeah, figured we'd get destroyed. What does on foul do? +1 priority for the first hand. Okay, that's fine. But you're locked into the second thing, so you can't really hit Pangoro. So what else you got? You got Tentacruel. So against Tentacruel, you probably want to use a Dark Type move. There we go. Why didn't... Why couldn't we hit it? Boost Psychic type moves. Moves hit for abilities. Also affects the mates. I don't know why we couldn't hit it. Weird. Oh, did it like destroy itself and then it had to manually switch out? Is that what happened? I also I did that battle incorrectly. Because I manually switch out to Wheezing, when instead I should have to switch out to Durant. Must be a switching target unless other Pokemon is KO'd. So when we went from Gorgeous to Wheezing, I should have gone to Durant. Alright, I'll try to remember that for now on, you know? Ugh, not enough battle. Dragon with Exarok is a very interesting choice. So now we're gonna have to swap out Durant because its army move is sealed off. Get power into Feather Dance a bit. Go for a roost. You got Magic Guard or Unaware? On skin. Okay, so we can poison you. God. Alright, Giant, you're up. We'll go rock climb. Continue the rock climb, just recover. There we go. I want to battle as few people as possible, you know? You know what? No, if we want to swap, we have to go to Durant, so I do not want to swap. So, what we're going to do is Requiem. I'm actually supposed to survive that. Alright, Feather Dance. Okay, we can't use Feather Dance, so we can't use Pelipper. So we have to go into Durant. Okay. We'll need the rain to stop. Ugh. Why is the camera up so fast? 7 hits. Now we can go for Love Ball. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, it's a shiny Geodude. Too bad we don't really need that. Oh, we don't have a Shackle. Excellent. Okay, nothing up there. Now, this is probably going to be a hard battle, right? So, if we're picking 3, who do we pick? I'm kind of thinking Wheezing, because I feel like they've got like a drought or something. So, Wheezing could be pretty useful. Gliscor's pretty good. Gorgeous is decent as well. Alright, let's try it. So, I reckon Wheezing, Gliscor, maybe not Gorgeous, maybe Pangoro is like pretty solid. Here we go! Pikachu, Sluggo, Blaziken. Evolve your buddy! I guess it's not high enough level, huh? You better have Eviolite on it. Ninetales, Shushu. This is why we want to bring in Wheezing, so that it stops the drought. Because that should, like, really mess him up. Pyromancy, Flashfire, Queen of Majesty. Yeah, so no Chlorophyll for you. What do you have? Pixelate. Oh, that's a bit rough. Sorry about that. You got a Sluggo and a Blaziken. So you're fine against Ninetales. So I'll have that against History. Sigilyph. Eerie Fog on entry. Too bad. No fog for you. Yep, cool. So we can still Toxic you. We might just go for Recover. Hurricane. Great. Well, this isn't good. This is really not good. Alakazam's gonna like outspeed us. What's a Clefable got? Doesn't gleam, really? No matter how we slice it, this isn't looking too good because the Alakazam trainer still has another Pokemon. Yeah, alright. This is gonna be quite the battle. I'm not sure if we'll get the final today. So what are we bringing against those guys? I'm okay to adapt my team, you know, so Shistri, Ninetales, Sigilith, Alakazam, Clefable, and I didn't see the other one. 2 Psychic types, a Fairy type, a Dark type, a Fire type, a Grass type, a Flying type. What's interesting though is that the Sigilith and the Ninetales are competing for the weather, so we don't need to worry about the weather too much, right? So we got a Pikachu, Slugger, and Blaziken partner. Pikachu's got Fake Out, so what kind of Pokemon do we need? I'm open to suggestions. What kind of Pokemon do we need? Let's look over our PC and try and build something together. So we need 3 Pokemon that will help us out against Shistri, Ninetales, Sigilith, Clefable, and Alakazam, at least. So should we should like try and focus down one of them, right? That way it can be a 2v1. So should we focus down the Ninetales side? So Ninetales, Alakazam, and something else? Or should we focus down the Shistri? So Shistri, Sigilith, and Clefable. Both types sounds good. It does sound good until you remember that Ninetales is up first. You know, but once we get past Ninetales, then Durant should be alright. We just gotta be careful because like we don't need to be able to switch out, so, otherwise we'll be type locked, you know. So I think we focus on one side of it, right? And if I had to guess what May could handle, May could probably handle the Shistri side a bit more, so we should focus on the Ninetales. Masquerain would be so clutch here. I guess we can check it out. Lonely! So it would have to be last. So we wouldn't be able to have it up first, and we'd only be able to send it out last. But we could potentially do a equivalent sweep, but it's a bit rough. God damn it! All your Pokemon are taking their nature from me. Yeah, that's kind of the beauty of it. You know, we have to work with what we get. Also, Shuckle, let's check you out while we're here. Gentle. That's fine. Shuckle can be gentle. Just love you up so you're even. Alright. Like, it is like kind of like a puzzle game, you know? Like, we need to find the right pieces for the right challenge. So we can't really go for Earthquake because Pikachu, Slugger, and Blizz cannot wait to ground. So how do we destroy Ninetales? It's got anti-priority, so we can't do Accelerock. God. Have you got a decent ground, like, single target ground move? Arena Trap, Tangling Hair, Steelworker. Because if we can build you for speed, modest. Must be a search and target unless other Pokemon's code. That's fine, we can have you on the team. It just means that we won't be able to have Durant because we're not having 2 of the same, you know? We're not allowed to have 2 of the same nature. I was jolly, now I'm lonely. But at least I can still mask of humor, right? Yeah. I getcha. So, could we go for a fast Dugtrio to destroy Ninetales? You can evolve again? What do you evolve into? Pentadug. What the hell? What that? What is this? The glorious Alolan one. So, Silk Ground Steel. Tangling Hands Down it, that sounds pretty good. Steelworker, Co-Star. Copies its ally stat changes on switching. Not really necessary. Being able to resist Shistry's dark type attacks would be great. Multi-header. So do we hit 5 times? Steel moves. That's not bad. Pretty good speed. Dude, Alola and Pentadug is just a whole grunge band. Yeah, I don't understand like which reference it is, because like Alolan and Dugtrio is like a reference to like, is it the Beatles or something, or something else? But if we just go speed and attack with Dugtrio, we should be okay. Destroy Ninetales, be pretty resistant against Dark. So we'll need to replace Giant. Okay, what else has it got? Well, they got an Alakazam, so anything with first impression could be useful. So what kind of Pokemon would have first impression? I don't know, but fair enough then. Like, the hardest part about this is, like, the team building, you know? I mean, the battle is still hard. It doesn't get any easier, but trying to build the perfect team for any situation is the hard part of this challenge. Okay, so if not first impression, then Sucker Punch. What would be a good Sucker Punch of Mightyena? Serious. Must be sent out after an ally is KO'd. That's fine. We only got like 3 Pokemon for this battle anyway. Intimidate, Strongjaw. Well, I'm not sure if Intimidate's going to be too useful. Sigilyph, Clefable, Alakazam, Ninetales. So we probably want to go with Moxie. Can't be forced out, inverts Intimidate effects. I mean, this will change when we evolve it. No, Guard Dog still there. Stake out. That's fine. Moxie it is, yeah. Alright. And then getting, in case of emergency, we need to, like, in case like May for some reason can't do anything, we need something against like the Sigilyph and Shiftry, so like an Ice type. Also, do we care about the weather? Like, do we care about the sun or the fog? We could try to have a trap. We could use a ghost type that benefits from being in fog. You know? How's that sound? Because Ninetales, we're gonna destroy that eventually, but sooner or later the Sigilyph will come out, summoning up fog. So if we can have a Pokemon that's good in fog, that could be pretty useful. So, ghost types. Token, you're like the expert on ghost types, so you'll be able to help. Nothing to do with fog here. Or there. What else we got? We must have something that can be useful in fog. They could all be in the emergency section. Okay, we got Sharpet. What is the question? So we're trying to look for a ghost type that would be useful in fog, because Sigilyph will like conjure up some fog, right? So if we have to deal with Sigilyph, I want to have a Pokemon that can take advantage of fog to counter him. So we got Shuppet, Hardy. Buff move must be used upon switching. Oh, that's a bit rough. Banate can probably do like a Swords Dance Sucker Punch kind of thing. Astonishes enemy priority users in fog. I mean, that's cool, but I don't think that'll help out. Scare, useful. No main advantage in fog yet. You summon fog as well, so if I don't want that. Like, we want a Pokemon that gets extra speed or extra strength in fog. Maybe Dreepy. Gyarados is insane with fog, Gengar's good. Mimikyu. I don't know that you have any of them. Well, we do have a Magikarp that we were thinking of putting into Gyarados, right? Rash. Can only use moves with less than 100% accuracy. Would that be good? You tell me while I look over our other ghost types. So I'm thinking maybe Dreepy could be good. Ups highest attacking stat in fog. There we go. So if they're going for fog, we can just go for a Dragapult or okay, we can go for Dragapult. Pyro Ball for Gyarados. That could be pretty good. Oh, we can also go Speed Boost if we want to do. Dragapult is definitely a possibility. Alright, so I think we're going to evolve Magikarp into Gyarados. Oh, look at that guy. So, ups highest attack by +1 on entry in fog. Ooh, that could be good. I think Poltergeist is 90 accuracy too. Sounds about right. Curse the attacker when knocked out by a direct hit. Because, yeah. And boost the power of ghost type moves. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. You can't evolve again. No. So, our options are Gyarados, Dragapult. We also got Drifloon. Up special attack by 1.5 if burned, ignites in fog. So, not bad. What's your nature? Naughty. Which means you can evolve. Yeah, it's alright. We also got Mischievous. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with, or much to do with fog. Ectoplasm. I think you have anything? Not really. Alright, so should we try Gyaradeath or should we try Dragapult? Is that last time we go for Gyaradeath, right? Alright, let's build these Pokemon, eh? So first Gyaradeath. Up hardest set by +1 on entry and fog. What do we want? Do we want speed? Do we want attack? Not the best nature. Because we could go more speed if we wanted to try and outspeed Alakazam. I'm not sure if we would. Maybe we could. Or we could go like just plus attack. So if we go something like that, that should be pretty decent, you know? So we want less than 100% accuracy moves. So what we got? Poltergeist. Pyro Ball. Probably attack and just hit like a down track. Yeah, we could try that. Is it a special attacker? Why has it got so many special attacking moves? Compared to physical, you know? Like, look at this. I don't understand. Flash Rays, so we could go for Flash Rays, I guess. We're kinda a bit low on options, aren't we? Swirly glasses. Ah. What does that do for us? I think it's like a newish item, right? So what's the split of attacking moves? Wait, what? So does that mean our special attacking moves will become physical? And our physical moves will become special? Well, in that case, we should look over these moves. What could we go for? Eerie Spell? Very risky, but we could. Never misses in fog. How does that work without... I guess it still works without nature. Energy Wave. Okay. That's something. Fire Blast. Heat Wave. Heat Wave could be useful. Hydro Pump. Thunder. Whirlpool. So, either way, we still need to worry about the low accuracy. It means physical Draco Meteor. Oh, gotcha! That sounds pretty good actually, you know? To do something like that. Yeah, still... Yeah, the Eerie Spell, we'll still be able to use that because, you know, the base move is like 80% accurate, you know? So, we don't have a good... The thing is, we don't have a ghost move. We have everything but a ghost move, right? And one of the reasons we're bringing this guy is because he's a ghost type. So, like, we want to be able to hit the Sigilyph and the Alakazam. But we're not getting any low accuracy special ghost moves. You know? So that is like one of the downsides of this. Now we could just go Pyro Ball and Poltergeist and call it a day. I will further advocate for Swirly Pulp. Well, we could go Dragapult if you like. You know, we could go Dragapult. But I figured we'll try Gyarados because not every day you get to try it. Yeah, we got Poltergeist and Pyro Ball, which should carry us. We can go for like a Dragon Dance or a Quill. I guess Quill would be good. Physical Raging Souls. Is Raging Souls a Dragapult move or is that like a Komodo move? So how would we feel about using Quill? You know? In case of emergency, we could go for a Quill. And then we can still go for something like a... Raging Souls is Ghost Type Draco. Oh. Fair enough. Then we can just go for like a Flash Freeze. And then Splash does something. No. Alright. So, give you... I don't even know what we give you. Hold up. We're gonna change up your stats so you're more physical. That way we hit like a truck. And then, just for the sake of it, let's give you a Quick Claw. Or we could just go for Wide Lens. Wide Lens sounds good too. Let's just go for a Quick Claw. I just want to guarantee like a attack, you know? Now for you. Yeah, speed, attack. So we want a single target ground type move. Wait, what's your niche again? Modest. Yeah, it's fine. Wide Lens does sound pretty good. Yeah, that is the thing. Wide Lens would definitely help us out. So, a single target ground move. I don't want to do Mud Slap. Scorching Sands, also special attack. High horsepower, we could do that. That's probably like the better one. Sucker Punch, you never know. Right, it's Steel type now, so that could be interesting. Double Edge. I mean, Headbutt hitting 5 times? That could be pretty good. And then finally... just in case, we'll go for a takedown. And you're very fast. Should we just guarantee the speed with a Choice Scarf? I'll do that for now. Mariana, level you up. You can evolve as well. Skullburst. Alright then. What on earth is this? Moxie, Stygian Rush. Die type moves get +1 priority at max HP. Ooh. That means we don't need to rely on Sucker Punch. I mean, we're in a double battle, so there's a good chance that we get KO'd by like a Moxie or something. So maybe having a Stygian Rush could be good. And then we don't need to worry about a Sucker Punch. We can go for a different kind of move. Crunch. We get Instruct. Very interesting. Right Shot. I feel like knockoff is just always going to be useful, right? Getting priority knockoff sounds pretty useful as well. Get a play rough. Get a Side Fangs. And Shadow Fangs, why not? For you, we can probably put something like a Assault Vest. There we go. Alright, we'll give you a wide lens. And now we should be looking pretty good. So, let's just go over to Natures, double check that we don't have any duplicates. We do not. Yep, so Vash, you're fine. Sirius. Must be sent out after an ally is KO'd. Gotcha. And if we want to manually switch, then we have to go into Pentadog. Alright. Now to get there, you know? Guess it didn't value. I'm doing that wrong, aren't I? No, I did that correct. I swapped to Mariana when I needed to. Even with our choice scarf, we were slower than the Beautifly, so it must have had something. Oh, that was just very fast. So, are we actually like hitting 5 times with Pentadog? Because I imagine you just go like... God, watch out for these hikers. One time while doing these rocks, I found a Registeel. It was pretty cool. Ah, oh, by second. Alright. So now we have to swap, and since we have to swap, we have to go into the Pentadog. Now we go for Headbutt. Why is our Pentadog so slow? We're getting outsped by Beautifly and Ribombi. Alright, let's save. Alright, round 2. So, first up we want Pentadog against Ninetales. Destroy it, hopefully. We want Gyarados. Actually, we're going to be swapping into Skullburst. If Pentadog dies, you know, we have to go into Skullburst. We could then manually swap into Gyarados, but hopefully this is fine. So, let's see if we can do it. Oh yeah, I'm just realizing that Pikachu was only able to fake out last time because we neutralized the... Or maybe we didn't... No, I guess we did, right? Hang on. Yeah, so because we were able to fake out last time, right? It means that neutralizing gas stopped Queenly Majesty, right? So now Pikachu won't be able to use it. Okay, we do outspeed, which is great. Shiftry fake out, good. If you did that on Dugtrio, I would not be happy. Okay, I guess Ninetales has got... Why is Pentadog, like, not outspeeding? Why did Ninetales outspeed Pentadog? Okay, it's got priority. Got it. Alright. So, Pentadog still falls in Alakazam. So, we go for high horsepower, destroy it. Okay. That's fine. Pikachu, you're just gonna have to hang in there for a moment. Charizard, we can't hit that. And we can't really damage Shiftry at the moment. We do a bit of decent damage, but we need Blaziken to destroy it, you know? That'd be great. Alternatively, swap out. Because, like, next up is going to be Sigilyph anyway. Blaziken, I need you to fight for me, please. You better tank, like, a flying type attack or something. Egoist. I guess we'll check that out in a moment, but... Raises its own stats when foes raise theirs. Oh, that's annoying. Flying dragon, basically. I need Blaziken to destroy Shiftry. Good. Now we need to potentially destroy Charizard, but I don't think we'll be able to. Okay, well, we got Fog. We're not gonna outspeed Charizard. Yeah, we're pretty slow. But we need to destroy Charizard. Cool. Blaziken's speed boost is boosting the Charizard, which is crazy. Do we focus on the Shiftry first? I'm just trying to think of like what else we can really do for that battle. I'll try again, just like a different strat. But if it doesn't work, then we might need to like go Dragapult or something, you know? So, first of all, Pentadog was hitting 3 times, it didn't hit 5 times. So I feel like that's a bit misleading. But whatever. Yeah. She's gonna go for Fake Out. So that gives us a chance to destroy it with like a lovely bite. Because if we can get Fog early on, then we don't need to worry too much about the Charizard and the Ninetales. It always comes at 3, yeah? Great. It should say that in the move description, you know? Hits as many times as it has heads. Not really. It says like... Which is very misleading, because like, then you need to, like, let's say you do randomize it, right? You need to know how many heads like a Scovillain would have. It's like, would that be counted as 1 head because it didn't intend for it, or would it have 2 heads, you know? Like, is there like a Google Doc of like all the Pokemon and how many heads they have just for this ability, you know? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So I reckon we go Skullburst first. Use it to destroy Shiftry. So if we're doing that, what if you click on the send description? Takes 2 to 3 times per move based on the number of heads. 2 head Pokemon. Yeah, so it does tell you a bit, but like, if it just said max 3 at the end, that'd be great. Now, Skullburst. If we're going to be battling Shiftry, then we can go for... Really? We don't get Intimidate? Yeah, I think we go Strong Jaw for the lovely bite. Okay, destroy Shiftry. Skullburst probably dies at some point. We send in Gyarados to start destroying people. And then we need to be careful with Pentadog, because if we go a ground type move, we won't be able to deal with Charizard. So that is something we need to be careful of. Okay, so we go we don't have Lolly Bite. We got Play Rough. I probably should have changed that. Doesn't matter, we got Faked Out anyway. Which means Pikachu can use a Fairy type move for once. Of course, everything's got a Focus Sash. Okay, should we found love at least, so that's something. Has got charcoal. That's not good. Means we need to go into Pentadog now. At the very least, Blaziken can start getting a speed boost for later on, you know? Is this gonna trigger ability? Come off it! Oh, this is really bad. We just got... If we die, does May continue to battle for us, or does it kind of end? We want to focus on Sigilyph. God. Come on! May can still fight! May can still fight for us. This is... Like, come on, man. They should change that like an update, you know, so that your partner can continue fighting. Because Blaziken was getting speed boost, right? It wasn't the best situation because of all the Pokemon, but potentially, in the right circumstances, could have been useful, you know? Okay, is there any adoption center Pokemon that could be useful? We do have a few. They're just in a different PC compartment. So these are the ones we've got. The only thing is I don't remember any of the shinies, I don't think. I think like Drillbur was a shiny. I want to go on a big spending spree, so I've like got all of them. But the thing is that with like the DexNav and the Pokedex, it doesn't count regional variants as like a separate thing. Like this Gray and Weezing, for example, would not trigger as like caught for the Pokedex for other Weezing in the future, which is a bit of a pain. So I don't know what the best way to go about that battle is. And it's even harder with our natures. Like, if it was a Nuzlocke, you know, sure, it would be hard depending on what Pokemon you got, but you would have free control of the battle, you know, of your side of it. But for me, I don't have free control. I have to use the right combination of types and natures to really do anything with it. So, Dreepy was our kind of backup emergency. So what's your negative part? Calm. Must use all 4 moves before having free choice for the rest of the battle. Well, we can throw in Protect in there, just for the sake of it. So like Dragon Darts, maybe like a Dragon Meteor thing. Hey, Starly, how's it going? Welcome in. We're just, I think I'm gonna wrap up soon anyway, but just trying to think of like how to do this battle, you know? Like the fact that the battle ends if like our 3 Pokemon gets knocked out is crazy. Because like May should be able to help out, but it's more important that our Pokemon stay alive. We need to destroy 3 Pokemon before we get destroyed. That way we can double team the last person, you know? Well, if Ninetales is going to go for a priority move, then we don't need the Choice Scarf Doug Trio. Especially because we'll be kind of resistant to Alakazam. Which means that we can go for something other than a Choice Scarf, you know? We can go for really anything. And then we just need to destroy Charizard. So we definitely need a Rock type move. Rock Blast? Eh. Is this a ROM hack? It is. So, you've got Gen 3 graphics, but you've got all the way up to Gen 9 Pokemon. Each Pokemon has like 4 abilities, you know? There's a lot to it. But I'm doing a challenge run of this ROM hack as well. Rock Slide's just gonna be useful, I guess. So, probably don't need Takedown. I give you... Yeah, because like, also like, we get new evolutions and regional variants, you know? We got Skullburst, we got Gyaradeath, we got Pentadug, you know? Yeah, so new Evos, new regional forms. These are variant Pokemon, you know? Regional forms of Pokemon with different types. I know you're all about like buffing Pokemon, so I feel like if you went through this game, you would get a lot of inspiration. I don't know if I can play ROM hacks because I have a Mac. Yeah, that's a bit rough. I think you can emulate on like a tablet or phone or something. But yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon. A lot of evolutions for Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon have been buffed and, you know, there's a lot of unique abilities. Alright, so we need to give you an item. I could just go Assault Vest, but... King's Rock. Why not? If you can do everything on a Mac, you can on an iPhone, then you can get 44 VBA. Yeah, I'm not too sure about Mac. But we can go King's Rock on Pentadug, that should be fine. Let's change up your move for Lovely Bite. That way, if we need to, we can. Although if we're doing Pentadug again, then we can just go back to priority on a dark move. I feel like Gyarados is kind of the weak link at the moment. Alright, so we're going Pentadug to destroy Ninetales. It will go for a priority move, which is fine, but you should still be at its speed. Hopefully we can destroy Alakazam without much issue with like a Sucker Punch. And then for Charizard we got Rock Slide. And then Skullburst and Gator will have to help us out against the other side. Hopefully. What's that? What's a lot? There's a lot that's been going on since last you commented. Alright. Yeah, like what's that isn't exactly a good question for a stream unless like I'm on a topic for a long time. But if things are going by quickly, I don't know what you're referring to. Gotcha. No, I mean, what's 44 VBA? I guess I can tell you a bit more about it. I don't really know. Alright. Battle time. Oh, okay. So I guess you could do it on a browser. Instead of an emulator. Alright. We do get outsped by Shiftry as well, but that should be fine because you're just going for a fake out on Pikachu. Yep, you're going for Flame Burst, which is fine. We don't really mind if May's Pokemon get destroyed. Ninetales is down. Okay, now does Alakazam go for Nasty Plot? Or does he go for like Fire Punch or Eerie Spell? If he goes Nasty Plot, then I can't really Sucker Punch. I'm gonna have to hope he goes for like an Eerie Spell or something. I think he did last time. So please. It's crazy that Pentadug is the slowest one here. Has Pikachu got a Choice Scarf? A Light Ball. How are you so fast? I guess you're just a Pikachu, huh? Alright. Not guaranteed carry, but we are hitting 3 times and it doesn't really calculate that. So let's see. Hit 1. Hit 2. There's Alakazam out. Now we just need to destroy Charizard. Please don't send in Blaziken. Please don't send in Blaziken. So we gotta destroy China before it gets too fast. We do outspeed it. I don't think Shifter can destroy us. I might have had that on my old computer when I played Emerald Road. Yeah. Yeah, Emerald Road is another ROM hack, so I guess that would work for it. So you should be able to do it. So Rockslide's not guaranteed KO, but we have a pretty high chance to flinch. Voidskin's gonna go for Detect. Charlotte's probably gonna go for Heat Wave. Don't know what Shishu's doing, but it's whatever. This is gonna have to be good enough, you know? Okay, Voidskin didn't go for Detect. Okay, so it only hits once because it's a multi-hitting move. Ouch. That's fine. This is why we got Skullburst, because we still have... I didn't put the correct ability on! Okay, so Blaziken does go before Charizard. I gotta hope... Well, first of all, it's a speed tie between Shishu and Blaziken, so maybe we'll get that speed. But I gotta hope that Blaziken goes for Charizard. That way I can destroy Shishu. That's a crit as well. Okay, that'll help. Double kick. Please kill it. You had one job. We didn't even destroy it with the burn. Well, this isn't good, because now we're going to get Gyarados out before it's even... That's so annoying, because like, we're both sending out the Pokemon at the same time-ish, give or take. But I don't get to trigger my ability because I technically sent out my Pokemon first. That is so annoying. And now because of Blaziken, Charizard's like super fast. Alright, now it's a 2v2, but we got to battle a Sigilif and then a Clefable. And if Gyarados gets knocked out, then the battle is over because of how this battle plays out. We do like no damage to it. We could freeze it, which will lower its special attack. Great. Okay, so we won't be able to use Poltergeist anymore. Hey, critical hit! Please survive. Okay. It all comes down to this Clefable. If we... How can we battle this thing? Mental Herb. Overcoat is so annoying. Heal Pulse, follow me, Uncle. So the only damaging move it's got is Dazzling Gleam. So we can't really go for coil or flash freeze, because if it goes for uncorp, we're kind of screwed. We need to... Ugh. Like, so he's got leftovers. Like, if it was up to May, I feel like she could finish the battle at this point, you know? But because we die, the battle is over. God, that's so annoying. Well, that's gonna do it for today. That's a very tough battle for us, with our natures. But next time we'll probably swap out Gyarados, because it's not really performing as well. Both Pokemon can't evolve? Exactly. So I'm doing it in Nature's Madness run, which is a challenge run I've made up. So each of the natures on screen has a rule about how to be played. So as you can imagine, it can get pretty nutty. But in any case, that's going to do it for today. I would like to thank you all for watching. I'll try and just think of it in the back of my mind about what to bring for next week, but I want to be able to get past that battle, and I guess the next week we do Finery. So, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.